Have you noticed how the first thing to slow down as we age isn't our memory or even our eyesight, but our legs? Maybe you felt it when you try to get up from a chair and it takes a second longer than it used to. Or when you climb the stairs and suddenly your thighs feel heavier than ever. It can be frustrating, even a little scary, because strong legs are your ticket to independence. They carry you through your day, keep you steady when the ground is uneven, and let you enjoy the little freedoms like going for a walk in the park, dancing at a family gathering, or simply standing in the kitchen cooking without feeling tired too quickly. Here's the truth. When your legs weaken, your entire world shrinks. Suddenly you think twice before going out, you rely on others more than you'd like, and you lose confidence in doing the things that once felt effortless. But here's the good news: you don't have to accept this decline as inevitable. There are foods, everyday foods you can bring into your kitchen that can help rebuild and maintain the strength in your legs. Just like exercise keeps your muscles alive, the right nutrition fuels them from the inside out. And today, we're going to talk about 6 foods that science and tradition both agree can make a real difference in keeping your legs strong and steady. Now, let's start with the first one, because it's simple, powerful, and often overlooked: salmon. If you've ever enjoyed a piece of tender grilled salmon, you might not realize you were doing your legs a favor. Salmon is loaded with high-quality protein, which is the building block of your muscles. As we age, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently, which means we need even more of it to keep muscles from wasting away. But salmon isn't just protein, it's also packed with omega-3 fatty acids. These healthy fats help reduce inflammation in your joints, making it easier for you to move without pain. Think about it. When your knees aren't swollen and stiff, you're more likely to walk, to stretch, to exercise, and that activity itself strengthens your legs. It's like salmon gives you a double gift: stronger muscles and smoother joints. If fresh salmon feels too fancy or expensive, don't worry, even canned salmon brings many of the same benefits. Add it to a salad, make a simple sandwich, or stir it into rice, and your legs will thank you. The second food I want to share with you is one you probably already have in your pantry: beans. Yes, humble beans, black beans, kidney beans, chickpeas, lentils. They're small, but mighty when it comes to keeping your legs strong. Why? Because they provide a slow and steady source of energy, packed with plant-based protein and fiber. Picture this. You eat a bowl of bean soup for lunch, and instead of feeling tired and sluggish, you feel satisfied and energized all afternoon. That steady energy fuels your muscles and helps prevent the kind of fatigue that makes your legs feel weak. Beans are also rich in magnesium and potassium, minerals your muscles rely on to contract and relax properly. Without them, cramps and weakness can creep in. So next time you make dinner, consider swapping out some meat for beans. You'll save money, improve your health, and give your legs exactly what they need. Now, let's move on to a food that brings not just strength, but also protection: spinach. You've probably heard about Popeye and his magical cans of spinach, and while the cartoon exaggerated, the core message wasn't far from the truth. Spinach is full of nitrates, which help improve blood flow to your muscles. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients reach your legs, giving them the power to push, lift, and move more efficiently. Spinach also delivers calcium and vitamin K, both essential for keeping your bones strong. Because here's the thing: muscles can't do their job if the bones beneath them are fragile. Eating spinach regularly can help reduce the risk of falls and fractures, which is one of the biggest concerns as we grow older. You can toss it into a salad, blend it into a smoothie, or saute it with garlic and olive oil for a quick side dish. Every bite is like a shield for your legs, guarding them against weakness. Think about how these first 3 foods, salmon, beans, and spinach, already work together. Salmon gives your muscles protein and eases your joints. Beans fuel you with steady energy and minerals. Spinach boosts your circulation and keeps your bones tough. Together, they form the foundation of stronger, healthier legs. And the best part is, These aren't exotic ingredients or pills you have to track down. They're everyday foods you can find in any grocery store. It's a reminder that sometimes the simplest choices, repeated daily, lead to the biggest changes in how we feel. And this is just the beginning. There are still more foods that can play a powerful role in keeping your legs steady and strong. Foods that can add even more protection, energy, and resilience to your daily life. Because when your legs are strong, your confidence grows, and life opens up again. You don't just move, you live fully, on your own terms. Imagine for a moment waking up in the morning, putting your feet on the floor, and feeling that your legs are ready to carry you anywhere you want to go. That sense of independence is priceless, and it's exactly what the next foods on our list can help you hold on to. We've already talked about salmon, beans, and spinach, but there are more everyday heroes sitting quietly on your grocery store shelves that can do wonders for your legs. One of them is yogurt. Now, I don't mean the sugary flavored kind with candy mixed in. I'm talking about good old plain yogurt, maybe with a drizzle of honey or a few fresh berries on top. Yogurt is rich in protein, just like salmon, but it has an extra advantage: calcium and probiotics. Calcium is essential for keeping your bones strong and able to support the muscles around them. Without it, your muscles could be strong but still vulnerable if the skeleton beneath isn't solid. And probiotics, those tiny beneficial bacteria living in yogurt, support your gut health, which might not seem directly related to your legs at first glance. But here's the connection: when your digestion is working smoothly, your body absorbs nutrients like protein, magnesium, and vitamins more effectively. That means the food you eat actually reaches your muscles, instead of being wasted. Strong bones plus well-fed muscles equal stronger, more reliable legs. Think about how easy it is to add yogurt into your daily life. A small bowl in the morning instead of toast, a quick snack in the afternoon, or even using it as a base for a savory dip. These little changes don't feel like sacrifices, but over time they add up to real strength. And if you're someone who doesn't enjoy dairy or can't tolerate it, there are fortified plant-based yogurts out there made from almonds, soy, or oats that still provide calcium and protein. The key is to make it a habit your legs can count on. Next, let's talk about something sweet: bananas. This fruit is often underestimated, but for your legs, it's like a quick rescue team in a yellow peel. Bananas are famous for their potassium, and potassium is the mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps. Have you ever been walking or even lying in bed at night when suddenly your calf muscle seizes up into a painful knot? That's often linked to low potassium. Bananas help solve that problem. They also provide quick energy in the form of natural sugars, which is perfect before a walk or light exercise. Instead of feeling drained halfway through, your legs stay fueled and ready. Imagine carrying a banana with you in your bag: no packaging, no mess, just peel and eat. It's a simple tool to keep your legs moving without interruption. But here's something even more powerful about bananas: they also contain magnesium and vitamin B6, both of which work behind the scenes to regulate your nerves and muscles. It's not just about preventing cramps. It's about making sure your muscles fire correctly when you ask them to. That way, when you stand up from a chair or step off a curb, your legs respond quickly and steadily, without hesitation. One small fruit, so many benefits. Now, I want to bring your attention to another group of foods that often gets labeled as brain food, but it's just as important for your legs. Nuts. Almonds, walnuts, cashews, pistachios, take your pick. These little powerhouses are loaded with protein, healthy fats, and magnesium. Protein, of course, feeds your muscles, but magnesium is the star here. Magnesium helps your muscles relax after contracting. Without enough of it, you might feel stiff, sore, or fatigued, even after light activity. And those healthy fats? They reduce inflammation just like the omega-3s in salmon, which keeps your joints comfortable and mobile. Nuts are also one of the most convenient foods out there. You don't have to cook them, peel them, or prepare them. Just grab a handful and go. Maybe keep a small jar in your kitchen, or even in the car for when hunger strikes. Choosing nuts instead of cookies or chips isn't about denying yourself a treat. It's about choosing something that rewards your legs with strength instead of draining them. And here's something wonderful. Studies have shown that people who eat nuts regularly not only have healthier muscles and bones, but also lower risks of chronic diseases. It's like giving your body a gift that keeps on giving. So far, we've added yogurt, bananas, and nuts to our list, and each of them brings a unique strength to your legs. Yogurt builds bones and nourishes muscles. Bananas stop cramps and provide quick energy. Nuts fight inflammation and keep your muscles supple. Combine those with salmon, beans, and spinach, and you start to see a complete picture, forming a diet that doesn't just feed you, but truly powers your legs. What's so beautiful about this is how doable it is. These aren't luxury items or complicated superfoods that require a trip to a specialty store. They're everyday choices that fit naturally into your life. You don't have to overhaul everything you eat overnight. Start with one swap. Replace your sugary afternoon snack with yogurt and a handful of nuts. Have a banana with your morning tea. Add a bean stew to your weekly dinner rotation. Over time, those little decisions stack up, and before you know it, your legs feel stronger, steadier, and more reliable. And let's be honest, it's not just about the physical strength. Strong legs give you something deeper, a sense of confidence. The confidence to walk without fear of stumbling. The confidence to keep up with your grandchildren when they run ahead. The confidence to say yes when a friend invites you out for a stroll instead of worrying you'll slow them down. That kind of confidence is life-changing, and it starts with something as simple as what you put on your plate. Now let's complete this journey by looking at the final piece of the puzzle, because the last food on our list ties everything together in the most natural, powerful way. Eggs. They've been around your whole life. They're affordable, and they might just be one of the most complete foods you can eat for your legs. Each egg is packed with high-quality protein, just like salmon and yogurt, but it also brings in vitamin D and B vitamins. Vitamin D is critical for muscle function and bone strength. It helps your body actually use the calcium you're getting from foods like yogurt and spinach. Without vitamin D, that calcium doesn't do its job properly, and your bones and muscles can still weaken. The B vitamins, on the other hand, keep your energy levels steady, making sure your legs don't feel heavy or sluggish halfway through the day. The beauty of eggs is how versatile they are. Scrambled in the morning with spinach, boiled as a quick snack, or baked into a casserole, they fit easily into any meal. And here's something worth remembering: don't be afraid of the yolk. For years, people were told to avoid it, but the yolk is where most of the vitamins and nutrients live. That golden center is like a little capsule of muscle and bone support, designed by nature. Adding eggs regularly to your meals is like giving your legs a steady supply of reinforcement day after day. When you step back and look at the bigger picture, you can see how these 6 foods work together almost like a team. Salmon provides the omega-3s to soothe your joints and protein to build your muscles. Beans give you steady energy and minerals to keep your muscles firing properly. Spinach boosts circulation and fortifies your bones. Yogurt strengthens your skeleton and ensures nutrients get absorbed. Bananas prevent cramps and give your legs quick, usable energy. Nuts reduce inflammation and keep your muscles supple. And eggs bring it all home, tying together protein, vitamins, and bone support. Each one on its own makes a difference, but together, they create a foundation for strength and stability that can carry you far into the years ahead. And remember, none of this has to feel overwhelming. You don't need to eat all 6 foods every single day. Think of it more like building blocks. Some days you have salmon, some days you lean on beans and spinach, other days it's yogurt, bananas, or nuts. As long as you're bringing them into your life regularly, your legs are getting the nourishment they need. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. What's most inspiring about this is how quickly your body can respond once you start feeding it what it's been missing. Maybe right now you feel unsteady getting out of a chair, or you find your legs tiring out halfway through a walk. But within weeks of eating in a way that supports your muscles and bones, you can start to notice subtle shifts, less soreness, more energy, and greater ease in your movements. And those small wins build up over time until one day you realize you're not just keeping up, you're thriving. Strong legs are about more than walking. They're about freedom. The freedom to keep living life on your terms, to keep doing the things that bring you joy, to say yes instead of no. Every time you choose one of these foods, you're choosing that freedom. You're telling your body, I'm not ready to slow down. I've still got places to go, people to see, and moments to enjoy. So the next time you're at the grocery store, imagine your legs walking the aisles with you, whispering their gratitude for every salmon fillet, every bunch of spinach, every carton of yogurt, every bag of beans, bananas, nuts, and eggs you place in the cart. They're not just groceries, they're your ticket to strength, independence, and vitality. And if this video has reminded you of how powerful your choices can be, I encourage you to take the first step today. Try adding just one of these foods to your next meal. Then notice how your body feels. Share your experiences in the comments. I'd love to hear which food makes the biggest difference for you. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe, so you'll always have a source of encouragement and practical tips right at your fingertips. Because here's the truth. No matter your age, your legs can still be strong, steady, and ready to carry you through the life you deserve. Small changes, made consistently, can transform your health and your confidence. So let's raise a glass of water, lift a forkful of spinach, or crack open an egg, and celebrate the gift of strong legs. Here's to walking, running, dancing, and living fully at any age. Have you noticed how every choice you make in a single day can either give your legs more strength or quietly take it away? From the moment you wake up, you're faced with small decisions: what you eat for breakfast, whether you take the stairs or the elevator, how much water you drink, even whether you stand tall or slouch in your chair. Each of these may seem insignificant on its own, but together they add up. And that's the real secret. It's not about one giant change. It's about tiny, consistent steps that keep your legs strong and steady year after year. Think of your legs as your lifelong partners. They've carried you through childhood, through work, through raising families, through adventures, through celebrations and struggles. They've bent down to tie shoes, chased after children, stood long hours in kitchens or gardens, climbed mountains, or simply walked you to a neighbor's house for a chat. They've done all of that without complaint for decades. Now, as you grow older, they're asking for a little more care, a little more attention. They don't need complicated treatments or expensive supplements. They need nourishment, movement, and kindness from you. Imagine sitting at your kitchen table tomorrow morning, setting out a simple breakfast, maybe a boiled egg with a handful of spinach, a slice of whole grain toast, and a banana on the side. That's not a fancy spread, but what it really is: strength in disguise. It's fuel for your thighs, protection for your knees, and energy for your calves. With that one meal, you've told your legs, I've got your back. And when you step outside for a short walk afterward, you'll notice they respond with gratitude: lighter steps, more stability, less fatigue. And don't underestimate the emotional power of strong legs. Think of the confidence it gives you when you walk into a room without fear of stumbling, or the joy of picking up your grandchild without worrying your knees might give out, or even the simple dignity of standing tall while waiting in line at the store. These aren't small things, they're everyday victories, and they matter deeply. That's why caring for your legs with these 6 foods isn't just about health. It's about reclaiming those victories. Of course, food is only part of the story. The stronger your legs feel, the more likely you are to move, and movement itself becomes nourishment. It's a cycle that feeds itself. Salmon, beans, spinach, yogurt, bananas, nuts, and eggs lay the foundation. Then a 10-minute walk waters that foundation like rain on soil. Before long, your legs grow sturdier, your balance sharper, and your courage to keep exploring life brighter. You might notice you can stand longer while cooking, or walk farther without pausing, or bend down to tie your shoes without groaning. These are the quiet, powerful victories of feeding your body what it craves. And here's something I'd like you to hold close to your heart. It's never too late. Maybe you've been worried that your legs are too weak already, or that age has taken too much from you. But research shows the body is incredibly resilient, even after 60, 70, 80 years or more. Muscles respond to good protein. Bones respond to calcium and vitamin D. Joints respond to healthy fats. It doesn't matter if you start today or if you wish you'd started years ago, the benefits will still come. Every meal can be a fresh beginning. Picture yourself a year from now. You've made small changes, day by day. You've added spinach to your omelets, chosen yogurt instead of pastries, carried bananas in your bag, kept nuts in a jar on the counter, enjoyed salmon on Sundays, boiled eggs for quick snacks. Nothing dramatic, nothing overwhelming. Just small, steady acts of love for yourself. And one morning you wake up and realize your legs feel stronger. You climb the stairs with less effort. You walk across the park with a spring you thought was gone. You catch yourself smiling because you know you did this. You chose this strength. That's the deeper message here. These foods aren't just fuel, they're choices. And every time you choose one, you're choosing independence, confidence, and freedom. You're choosing to live fully, not cautiously. You're choosing to say yes when life offers you the chance to move, to travel, to play, to connect. And that's worth everything. So, as we close this conversation, I want to remind you of the gift. You already have the power to shape your own tomorrow. You don't need to chase every health trend or buy the latest miracle supplement. You just need to lean on what's simple, natural, and proven. 6 foods, easily within reach, that can keep your legs strong. And when your legs are strong, the rest of your life feels stronger too. If this message resonated with you, I'd love for you to share your story. Which of these foods do you already eat? Which one will you start with today? Drop a comment below. I promise you'll inspire someone else who's on the same journey. And if you found encouragement here, please like this video and subscribe, so together we can keep building a community of strength, health, and hope. Here's to your legs, loyal companions, through all the seasons of your life. May they carry you with confidence, grace, and joy for many more years to come. And here's to you for choosing not just to age, but to live fully, powerfully, and independently. Because no matter your age, your best steps are still ahead of you.